Hey, so the video you're about to watch is for a game called Algomancy. It is a tabletop game, but we're recording it on Tabletop Simulator because we don't have a digital client yet. So if you want to get the cards, you can just go and buy the cards right now and play this in paper. It's way more fun that way. I'm just showing it on Tabletop Simulator so you can get a sense of what the game looks like. If you want to follow along and see the cards, if you go to algomancy.io, you can click see the cards, and we have like a searchable card database for all the cards. So, if you're having trouble reading them or stuff, you can check it out there. Otherwise, just enjoy the game. Hey, I'm here playing a game of Constructed against Lord of Karanda. Trying to get a win against them. We'll see how this goes. So for Constructed, it's very similar in terms of like the gameplay flow as the live draft games that I've been posting, but the difference is we have decks that we've pre-prepared. So the deck building restrictions are maximum 2 copies of the same card and minimum 30 cards in the deck. So you can run more than 30 if you want. I've made a deck tech for this deck, link in the description or whatever you want to see it. And instead of the draft, like you'll see when we go through it, but instead of like drafting from packs, you basically just draw 4 cards and then recycle 2 cards from your hand onto the bottom of your deck. And so for that, we are using these resources. We're going to put them on the bottom of our deck so that basically when we encounter the resource again, we'll know we've drawn through our deck so we can shuffle the cards below it. I think that's everything. Am I missing anything, Karanda?
That sounds about right. But now it is time for me to lose and constructed because
I believe I'm undefeated against Karanda in Constructed. So
think
we'll
so.
see how it
Yeah.
goes. Good luck.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
guess we
so,
should
oh,
roll for initiative. Do you want
oh yeah,
odd
let's
or
roll for it.
even?
I'll take odd.
Okay, I have even. I will take initiative now. Yeah, I will start with initiative.
Sure. All right.
So, yeah,
See your opening hands then.
it's quite a bit different. Construct versus limited, but basically we start with 8 cards, and out of this, I have to choose 2 cards to get rid of before I even consider resources. So we're kind of looking at like what turn 1 play I want to have. Graxlid is a pretty nice turn 1 play. Can just like negate things targeting it. And the key part here is Graxlid plus Molten Riftbreaker is card draw. Starting with the initiative is a little bit rough for me because I can't see what Karanda's doing, so I guess maybe I should have given him it so I could decide if I'm going to play Riftbreaker or Graxlid turn 1. But the reason I wanted to start with initiative is I could play Bellowing Boulder on turn 2 and then show up attacking with it on turn 3 is sort of the idea. So I definitely want those. Awoken Tomb can protect me in some matchups. I don't think I need Return to Nature and Flame Shield, so both are fine. I could also consider, like, I need some removal or interaction. Reality Bender can keep me safe in that case, but I think Bub plays a similar role as Reality Bender does, and does it a little bit better. So I'm going to bottom these 2 for the turn. And so the way it works is if I wanted any additional resource, I would have to bottom more, but I don't. Okay, I am ready whenever you are.
Yeah, I'm still just going through a little bit. All right. These are my 2 to bottom at the start. Oh, I guess one thing you didn't mention that. Yeah. Turn 1, you draw 8, bottom 2.
Yes. Yeah. I guess we can use as a signal to each other, we'll just put the cards we're bottoming next to the deck, so then we'll know when we're done without having to say anything.
Yeah.
So for me, for turn 1, I'm gonna grab 2 Earth.
Double Earth. Okay. I'm gonna go double fire.
Little spooky. No haste for me.
No haste.
Okay. Deployment, just a Graxlid.
Just a Graxlid. I'm gonna do just a Wisp Weaver.
Ah, that also makes sense. So,
In a turn, I go make a Wisp.
yep. So this gives them wisps +2/+1 and do not sacrifice after combat, and then at the end of turn they make a wisp. In hindsight, Riftbreaker would have been a much better play, but that's okay because Bellowing Boulder should be good.
Next turn?
This. Yep, let's do it. Your initiative and draw 4, and then now we have to bottom 2, and then any extra will bottom for resources. Okay, so sorry, I was explaining. We're still working out how to like talk while recording, but basically this gives them a 2/2 every turn. But wisps kill themselves at the end of combat. This is the old Wisp art, but Tabletop Simulator needs some updating, I guess. So basically, if this dies, all the Wisps dies. But if this stays in play, he just keeps getting Wisps every turn. So it's pretty good. And his deck appears to be like based on sacrifice stuff. So I think doubling Bellowing Boulder plus Flame Jungle, all of this stuff is going to be pretty relevant. Molten Riftbreaker will be pretty good. I'm less interested in Awoken Tomb. Fight is interesting because I can play fight targeting the Weaver. And then if they try and kill this, I can do something else. The awkward part about fight is it doesn't really fit in my curve, right? I can either go like Inferno plus Riftbreaker. Still got some things to walk through. I can either go Inferno plus Riftbreaker as removal, or I can just play Bellowing Boulder. So as much as I like... Actually, no. I could play fight if they try and like stop it. I can spend one with Graxlid to then draw a card off of the fight ability, because fight targets Graxlid and something else. So that actually might be able to work. I think Flame Juggle with Bellowing Boulder is probably better than the Riftbreaker here. And then I want to get mana. I think I can actually stay Mono Earth for this turn. And we can ditch one of Smoldering Inferno. Okay, we are good.
Oh, I'll bottom 4 and get double metal.
Ooh, okay. I'm bottoming 3 and I'm staying Pure Earth today.
All right. Okay. Any haste?
No haste for me.
All right. I think I'm just going to be aggressive, and I'm going to attack you like this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Anything before blocks?
Nothing before blocks.
Okay. I will counterattack, I guess. Yeah.
Sure. Anything before damage over here?
Nope. Currently taking 4.
Then take 4. And anything after combat?
Nope.
All right. We'll go over to this battle then.
Yep.
I've got nothing before blocks or damage.
Yep. Just take 2.
So I'll take 2.
Cool.
And regroup. All right. I will then play a dispatch courier.
Ah, there he is.
And a flame juggle.
Also good.
Make 3 fireball ones.
Well, this will be an interesting turn.
Oh.
Pretty good against the existing board.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I'll see what you
I mean,
manage
you do
to
have
haste
initiative.
in, though.
All right. Next turn.
Next turn. So my opponent has... Oh, geez. Why is everything sideways? My
I'm
opponent
trying to
has
figure my wisp, but yeah.
Dispatch Courier, which lets them place a unit during the mana step as if it had haste. So they're going to be showing up to this combat with more units probably, but less mana. The problem is Flame Shield is my source of interaction right now, and that would negate my Bellowing Boulder's trigger. So I need to be wary of a lot of things like that, such as Interdiction Rift as well. Is a counterspell in Metal that says just target opponent negates an effect they control. So maybe I can demonstrate that. Ooh, Soul Tithe is also pretty good, and Graxlet. Actually, this hand's pretty good now. So pretty happy with that. I'm going to get rid of Wildfire. I'm going to get rid of... Flame Shield is good. It's like a hard counterspell. I don't think I need 2 Graxlids. I like Fight. I like Bub. I guess because if I get this Bellowing Boulder hit off, I'm gonna be fine. If I don't, I can also Flame Juggle, which will be pretty nice. So I can pitch that. And then I think I'm gonna ditch Luminous Arc. It does kill some big scary stuff. So I could also see
All right.
ditching.
Good.
Almost. Sorry, this constructed takes me longer, I think.
Yeah, no problem.
So if they haste something in, I'm gonna want to be able to Luminous Arc it. Something scary. They have 3 fireballs, so I could get a pretty nice Flame Shield this turn, but it's gonna be tough. And I'm gonna want to show up also playing some kind of ability to play around Interdiction Rift. So I'm gonna show up and fight with Graxlid. That way Interdiction Rift can't counter Bellowing Boulder. Or Luminous Arc, depending on if they have something scary. So I guess I will ditch this. Flame Juggle's nice because it's card draw and removal for following turns. and I can graft it onto the boulder. I guess I get rid of Bub. No, Bub is my only card advantage. I'm getting rid of Flame Juggle. Okay, we are ready.
All right.
I'm gonna get 2 fire.
Makes sense. You gotta find 4, huh? All right. I'll just bottom 3, get a fire and a shard.
I have
You
no
have
haste.
no haste. I
Do
have
you
haste
have
because of
haste?
my dispatch courier.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll play a Conduit of Pain.
Don't like that. Makes sense though.
Hmm.
Okay, let's go to battle, don't we? So I'm gonna attack like this,
Mm-hmm.
and I think straight line is fine. This is non-combat damage,
Yes.
so that works for me. Um,
Your Belling Boulder goes on the stack.
Belling Boulder goes on the stack, and I would like to maintain priority and try and fight the Conduit of Pain.
Sure. In response to the fight, I'll activate my fireballs. 2 on Bellowing Boulder, 1 on your face.
Gotcha. So you would kill the boulder and deal 1 damage to me.
Oh, sorry. What did you say with the fight? What was your target on your side?
Graxlid and Conduit of Pain.
Yeah. Sorry. I think I missed the Graxlid part. All right. Anyways, yeah. 2 on Belling Boulder, 1 to your face.
Okay. Yep, those go through.
All right, Belling Boulder dies and you take 2.
Yep.
I'll let the fight resolve. So Conduit of Pain dies.
Oh, this didn't even work how I wanted it to, did it?
And Graxlid takes 2.
Yeah, this works pretty bad. For those wondering, I explained it to my viewers, but I was trying to play around Interdiction Rift, but this didn't actually play around it.
Here's Interdiction Rift.
Yeah, that doesn't stop it, does it?
No, because it's at the bottom of the stack. I can just wait for the whole stack to resolve.
Well, I learned a thing about myself. Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, here, because the Belling Boulder trigger is still in the stack, even though it's dead, I am trying to counter that one effect that he has.
Yep, that will do it. Okay, yeah, rough, but we got there.
Mm-hmm. Sadly, I can't really attack you for much damage here because I want to kill your Graxlid. But sadly, I can't leave a Wisp behind because it's just a 0/1. I also can't block anyways. Oh yeah, actually I can't even block your Grax. I always forget that Wisps can't block. It's just weird.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just attack.
Okay, that makes sense to me. So over here, Graxlid will do 2 to you.
Mm-hmm. And then if you got nothing over here, it's 8. Sorry.
I'm gonna
damage.
attempt to Luminous Arc the Wisp Weaver.
Yeah, that happens sadly.
Okay, so I'll take 2.
And my Wisps will then die at end of combat.
It's okay. That turn was also quite disastrous for me because I thought I had a plan that worked against Interdiction Rift and it just did not. So I completely mistimed that. I have nothing in deployment.
I think I still play Spectrogenesis to make 3 Wisps.
Okay, that works.
So who knows what I can haste in next turn.
Your initiative. Okay, so this is a pretty good set of draws. I mean, ideally we would be able to set up Eminence of the Barons here. So like I definitely blundered that turn, but we can probably come back from it. I don't think I need Soul Tithe anymore. I'm gonna have 8, so Riftbreaker plus Eminence seems a little bit better than Tormentor against this specific opponent because they have all these wisps. And as much as I like Bub, right, because I can go Channel Through for 1 and then pay Graxlid and still have Eminence. I think I need to keep Flame Shield, so I'm gonna get rid of Bub as much as I like him. All right, I'm ready.
All right, I am too. I'm gonna bottom 3, get a metal and a shard.
I'm gonna bottom 3 get a fire and a shard.
And I have haste.
Yeah, I expected as much.
5 for malicious hardware.
Yep, that makes sense.
All right. If you got nothing for haste, then I will go to combat.
Yep.
And I'll attack him
Okay.
like this.
So the wisps don't currently do
Anything. There's just 0/1s.
damage, yeah. So you're attacking me for effectively 7 here. Could be a lot more. Anything before blocks?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna get out of there.
Okay.
Currently taking 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then anything after damage?
Nothing after damage.
All right, then we'll go over here, and I'll
Yeah.
take 2.
Yep.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
All right.
My wisps die over here. That was just a bunch of wisps for no reason.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I need you to throw away
Then
cards because I threw away like 3 cards trying to play around the interdiction rift.
it wasn't really a throwaway, but
I threw
hmm.
away a fight, basically. I guess I threw away 1 card.
I don't even know if I want to put my conduit on my dispatch courier because dispatch courier is great. It's augment is just so good.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to make it unstable. So yeah, I'm actually not going to graft anything from my bin. So I'm not going to do anything deployment.
Okay. I have Eminence of the Barrens and
Yeah, of
Molten
course you do.
Riftbreaker.
All right, next turn, and you have. Oh yeah, and you got 2 fireballs. Ugh.
We got some stuff. Okay, so that turn went all right. Eminence of the Barrens is a huge way for me to come back. It can fight stuff. Notably, it is big enough to kill the malicious hardware, so that's nice. Let's draw 4. Oh yeah, and this is a lot of good interaction too. That's nice. So Tenebrous Bulwark can kill stuff. Smoldering Inferno on malicious hardware can also kill stuff. Flame of History is really good against Dispatch Courier, which I like. So I'm gonna get rid of Channel Through. Channel Through is a good way to start fighting with Eminence of the Barrens. The problem, actually, no, it's not a problem. So it'll do 2 damage, which will mark. He'll have 2 damage marked on him. It'll be a 6. He'll have 6 health or defense, and malicious hardware only does 5. So I could channel through on Eminence, fight, and still have it survive. It would die to 1 damage, which is a little bit scary. But that's something. Otherwise, I can keep Smoldering Inferno because I do have initiative. And that could sort of help this die. Because basically, if anything dies when this is in play, I'm going to lose my Eminence. But I could, depending on what my opponent puts into play, like kill the small things with just sending in Molten Riftbreaker. And that could work. I kind of like that, so I'm going to ditch this Tenebrous Bulborb. Because I could also Flame Sealed the malicious hardware triggers. I forgot about that. Let's do that. Okay, I'm bottoming 2 and getting no mana.
I am doing the exact same.
Nice. What haste do you have for me?
I have the scary Bloodwind Revenant.
Oof, okay. Flying. We don't love flying when we're at 15.
That's true.
But it is a 1/2. You have 2 cards in hand?
2 cards in hand. Tier 4. Jeez. Okay.
Okay. So, what are we doing here? Okay, I'm definitely attacking. That's hopefully obvious. The question is, do I bring Eminence with or do I hold it back?
Hmm.
I'm going to explain some things to the viewers secretly.
Yeah.
So I'm attacking. Here's what I'm basically deciding. Malicious hardware says whenever one of your units dies, each opponent sacrifices a unit. I'm trying to get it so that I can keep Eminence of the Barrens alive while this dies. So there's a couple things I can do. I don't know what my opponent has, but I can try and like fireball the Bloodwind Revenant. Something will die. That'll trigger the hardware. Then I can like Flame of History Dispatch Courier. Something will die. That'll trigger the hardware. I guess I could just Flame Shield the hardware triggers after that. Basically, I don't want to trade my board for their board, is what I'm thinking. So, given that, I guess I'm going to keep this back too. And then just go for all removal here. And see what happens. And to keep things safe, I guess I'll attack with a Graxlid. Okay, I think we've got this.
Okay.
Maybe working. I don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea. But we're going to start things off by attempting to play fireballs on the Bloodwind Revenant.
Sure. In response, Interdiction Rift?
You'll counter one of the fireballs?
Yes.
Okay. I have a response to that. So this is the stack currently.
Hmm.
I will respond with channel through targeting Graxlid.
Channel through targeting Graxlid. And then do you respond with... I guess you don't have to respond. We can just do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
You put just 2 damage among my units,
Yeah,
which
I
will let
would.
you kill my Bloodwind and Courier.
Yeah. At least currently.
Yeah. Sure. Let's make it a bit more interesting then. Okay. I guess this makes sense. 2 mana, sacrificing my Dispatch Courier to cast
Ooh.
Malevolent Machinations targeting one of your fireballs. Also
Okay.
triggering Malicious Hardware.
Okay, so let's put these on the stack.
Whoop. Malicious Hardware gets triggered. It gets triggered on the sacrifice, so it actually is below.
Yep. So currently the way this works, malicious hardware would force me to sacrifice my Graxlid, and then that would stop channel through from going through, and then the machinations would negate one of the fireballs, and then interdiction rift would counter the other fireball. So I would be left with no Graxlid, and my opponent would have both of their units in play. Is that a correct summary?
Yes.
Okay. One, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, how many cards are in your hand?
0 currently. It's not
Oh
great.
no. Well, good for
Yeah.
me. Okay.
This channel through is excellent for you.
Channel through plus Graxlet is like disgusting. So there's 3 spells on the stack currently.
Yes.
Okay. So I can go down to 2 and still be fine.
Well, 3 non-token.
Yep. So I'm gonna pay 1 with Graxlid.
Yeah, to counter your channel through and draw a card.
Yep. Negate channel through, draw a card. Then I'm going to Luminous Arc
Oh.
the malicious hardware.
Yeah, which also goes on the stack again.
We'll go on the stack again. And then I guess now is probably the time. So all that's happening, I'm gonna Flame Shield.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll counter everything and give me 2 fireballs, which I will then throw at your guy.
No.
Ooh.
If it wasn't for the channel through, I could hold. I was hoping to hold my machinations longer, but the channel through would just make it so I had nothing else to sack.
Yeah,
It's kind of sad.
I drew the Luminous Arc off the top, to be honest. So without that, I was like kind of stuck. Well, I mean, yeah, the channel through still definitely helped.
I'll still take 2.
Take 2. All that 2 damage.
Oh, that's not looking good for me.
Yeah, we'll see what the next turn
I had something on the
goes.
board still. I could have put my courier on it, but now I don't even have haste.
Oof, this is a good hand for me as well. So that went really well. Despite our blunder early, we definitely made a comeback with that interaction sequence. So we'll see what happens. I'm likely to win this game at this point because I was able to like wipe their board completely. I think Bub plus Luminary.
All right, well, this is what I gotta keep.
I'm gonna bottom a fight, and I'm gonna bottom a Flame of History. Actually, that could be really sick. Let's bottom it though. Okay, I'm getting. Actually, I am gonna get mana.
You can get mana. Okay.
Seems like a good place to be. So let's go on the bottom. I'm gonna
get mana.
Fire and a shard.
Okay. Can we just do a quick pause and just go let my dog outside?
Oh, okay.
Speak 2 minutes.
Cool. No haste. Or I
No
guess you could have
haste.
haste.
No haste though.
I am a little scared. If you have Maw of Damnation, I guess I would still be able to keep Eminence.
Yeah, you would. But I don't. So I'm gonna go to take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
Cool. Casual 11.
Go to 11. Easy.
Okay.
All right, deployment. 3 for Infernal Cultivator.
Nice.
2 to get a Wisp-Weaver out.
Also nice.
Oh, sorry, with Resurrect, sorry. I can't Resurrect to get Wisp-Weaver. There we go. And then 2 to put Dispatch Carrier on Wisp-Weaver.
Okay. I'm at 15.
Put a Wisp into play end of turn.
That's a little scary. Okay. For me, I have Bub,
Of course.
Luminary, and I'm gonna put the Belling Boulder on the Luminary.
All right. Well, let's see if I can survive.
Yeah, we'll
Next
see.
turn.
I'll take the initiative. So I drew the Prismite here. So this means that these two are part of the deck that I need to shuffle before I draw more. So that's my remaining deck. I'm going to put this Prismite back on the bottom of the deck, shuffle these cards, and then draw the two that I put back there. So, I mean, this turn seems fairly straightforward. I can just wildfire them for lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So wildfire is good. I could also just take like gravitational correction, return to nature to just prevent them from being able to burn me out. A lot of good options. There's also Eminence of the Barrens plus like wildfire. I can just wildfire it for 1 to trigger it and fight their units. I am going to show up with a bellowing boulder trigger as well. So I'm leaning towards correction plus wildfire here. Okay. I think that's good for me.
I've got one hard choice. I'm not sure.
Oh, wait. If I drew the card on the bottom, I guess I need one extra card. Sorry, I cheated against myself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When you put the resource back in.
Yeah, okay. So for those watching, I drew the resource and I put that on the bottom, but I never replaced it with a
Yeah,
card.
bottoming this for sure.
So that makes my life much easier because I could just do this. Sort of all in on interaction here, but I think that's fine. No mana for me.
Yeah, no mana either. I'm gonna bottom just 2.
Ooh, okay.
I have haste.
Oh yeah, you do. Okay, cool.
I'll play an Aberrant Populace.
Okay. I'm at 15. You have one card in hand?
1 card in hand.
Okay. Okay. We're coming in
Hmm.
with everything except the Riftbreaker. Can't have that. I think straight line formation seems
Sure.
reasonable here.
And you got your Belly and Boulder trigger on the stack.
Yep. So we'll just put this here. So this will do 1 damage to each unit and make a crystal 1 for me.
Okay. Hmm. Ordering.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that you have survived quite a lot,
I've had
all things considered.
a bit of a well. I thought I didn't realize I bought him 2 copies of this guy, and I thought I said one more in my deck, and I was like, where is he? Where is he? But I got to
Oh
the
no.
bottom. I'd already seen 2, I guess.
That's rough. Yeah, because he's like a good graft enabler for your deck.
Yeah, big graph enabler, big wisp creator.
Like resurrect,
Well,
populace.
Spectrogenesis is amazing. It make 5 wisps and then turn them into fireballs.
Also seems good. Yeah.
But now I need to survive this turn. 6. Okay, so Bub and him just getting through kills me. All right, well, I guess this is the worst possible thing I want to do here, but
Sack them all for fireballs.
yeah, that'd be great if you didn't have. Problem is if I sack him, obviously, and then he could just respond to his trigger on the stack, and I don't have him on the field yet. Oh well. I think I have to just. When you're down, you have to play your outs, and my outs is you not having something here.
Yeah. Even though I have been through my whole deck.
Yes. But this is one of the specific outs. So I will activate my cultivator, sacrificing populace. Just the populace and the wisp. The populace and the wisp, yeah. To make so these get sacrificed.
Okay.
But that puts his trigger on the stack, and I'm attempting to make 2 fireball ones.
Okay. 2 fireball 1s. Plus you'll get populace, but you can't currently sack those. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Sure, okay. I got 2 wisps and 2 fireball ones.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna activate the fireball ones, targeting your luminary.
Okay. So you're playing both of them targeting Luminary?
Yeah.
Yep. That goes through. Luminary dead.
Okay.
You could have targeted Eminence of the Barrens. Just saying.
You could have. All right. Well, I think that's it. With you not responding at all, but now I have to do this anyways. Otherwise, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So then I will then spend 2 and sacrifice a wisp and machinations to target the luminary trigger.
Hmm. Okay. So that would just stop the damage, but you have no cards in hand, right?
No cards in hand.
Okay.
Again,
So I mean, I don't really need much. I could just let that go through and then wildfire him because that'll be one. I guess he would die if I did that. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna wildfire Eminence of the Barrens for 1.
sure. Yeah.
So it'll do 1 damage to him. His ability will trigger, and I'm gonna spend 1 mana to fight the Infernal Wisp Weaver here.
Which will kill it. Dealing 2 damage though. Haha.
Yep. So that'll do 2 damage to the Eminence, and then Eminence will trigger again, and I can pay 1. So he has 2 damage marked on him. Yeah, I could just fight the Cultivator here. So Eminence of the Baron, I'll pay 1 to retrigger him fighting the Cultivator.
And he dies, and your Eminence has 1 life left.
And you so kindly countered my Bellowing Boulder trigger.
I did.
So I will let that get countered. And then I guess you technically survived this turn, right? No, Wisp can't
No,
block.
I'm dead. I can't block.
Okay. Woo, GG.
Yeah, man, it was a good game. I just didn't have enough momentum. This deck is the problem with it. I like it a lot, but if its momentum gets stopped, it can almost got it going again. But the Eminence is just too much.
Yeah, the timing with Wisps is so hard to navigate because you're like, you
The
gotta.
reason I played the Spectre Genesis that one turn, even though I knew they were gonna die, is for the machinations.
Yeah,
Just to
that
have
makes
it up
sense.
to protect my hardware.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, Machinations plus hardware is kind of gross because it's just
Yeah.
counter your stuff. Also, like,
Yeah. Also, that one turn where you didn't attack in with your stuff, you only attacked with the Graxlid.
mhm.
That was really smart. That played around the machinations, so because I had it in hand like, still with this out, and I have 2 units, right?
Yep.
Which is actually why I hasted out the two mana one. And that would have forced you because you had this out. If you tried to fireball to get fights going, you would have had to or use your fireballs productively. You would have had to choose between your fireballs and Eminence, right? Because then you couldn't sacrifice your Rift Breaker.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing I was thinking,
Attack was pretty much. I think that attack lost me the game. Didn't necessarily win you the game. Let's put it that way.
yeah,
The interesting way to think about it.
it made up for my super blunder earlier on.
A super blunder.
It wasn't that bad. It's just I think I've been recording. I guess I should end the video here. Thank you all. Sorry, we talked a lot. Let me know if you like seeing these excerpts in the end of videos in the future, and I can include them. But thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more constructed too, let us know. And I'll link Lord of Corunna's channel in the description as well. See you next time.